What if I told you there's a way to generate high quality leads using nothing but strategic YouTube content and emails? No paid ads required, no cold outreach, no complicated funnels. Just organic content that positions you as the go to expert while attracting people who are already looking for exactly what you offer. And here's the beautiful part, if you are running paid ads, this approach makes them work 10 times better. Even if you're not spending a dime on ads, this system works perfectly on its own. Let me give you some context here. I'm Haris and I've been writing YouTube scripts and emails for coaches, consultants, and info product sellers for over a year now. And I've also got extensive experience with faceless YouTube channels where catching attention and retaining it is literally life or death. It's the difference between making $0 and making hundreds of thousands of dollars. When you can keep viewers hooked for 15 plus minutes on faceless content, keeping them engaged through an educational video becomes second nature. I've seen this exact strategy generate absolutely insane results for my clients. We're talking about 1100 people showing up and sitting through a 90-minute webinar that generated over 50 grand in a single day. We're talking about email sequences that booked hundreds of qualified calls from 1 cent. We're talking about turning dead email lists into $35,000 in revenue in 7 days. But here's the kicker, this isn't about going viral or building some massive personal brand. This is creating organic systems that generate predictable leads, whether you're running ads or not. So, if you're tired of depending on expensive lead generation methods that can disappear overnight, stick around. I'm going to show you exactly how to build an organic lead generation system that works consistently and builds real authority in your space. But before we get into the meat of this, let me be super clear about who this is for. I'm talking about established coaches, consultants, and info product owners who have proven offers. We're talking 1,000 all the way up to 15, 20, $25,000 programs. And you want a predictable way to fill your calendars. This works whether you're currently running ads or not. Maybe you're spending $5,000 to $10,000 per month on ads and want to reduce your dependence on them while building something you actually own. Or maybe you're not running ads at all. You're doing everything through referrals, networking, or maybe some basic social media, but you want a predictable system that brings qualified prospects to you. Either way, if you've got a proven high ticket offer and you're serious about building an organic lead generation system that works, whether platforms change or not, you're in the right place. Now, if you're just starting out, if you're still figuring out your offer, and if you don't have at least a $1,000 program, product, or service, this probably isn't going to be super relevant to your situation right now. But if you're an established entrepreneur who wants to build a sustainable client acquisition system, then you're exactly who I created this for. Because here's what I know about you if you're still listening. You didn't build your business to be completely dependent on platforms that can change their rules overnight. You didn't become an entrepreneur to constantly worry about algorithms destroying your lead flow. You built this business for freedom. And the only way to get real freedom is to own your audience, not rent it. Here's what I've discovered working with coaches, consultants, and info product sellers. Most successful entrepreneurs face two critical problems that keep them trapped in expensive, fragile lead generation systems. I'll give you two examples that illustrate both problems perfectly. Problem number one, the time trap. Take my client Matt Parr for example. He's got one of the most successful businesses in the YouTube education space, multiple six-figure months from his coaching program, plus revenue from his software companies. His organic YouTube strategy was working beautifully. Hundreds of thousands of subscribers, videos consistently driving qualified leads to his high-ticket programs. But Matt wanted to scale his content volume without sacrificing quality. He knew that consistent, high-quality content was the key to maintaining his organic lead flow, but writing strategic scripts was eating up 15 to 20 to 30 hours of his week. And that wasn't even counting the email sequences for his webinar launches, follow-up campaigns, and nurture sequences. Most entrepreneurs hit this wall. You know, organic content works, but creating it consistently at a high level becomes a full-time job. Problem number two, the platform dependency trap. And this is when Matt's worst nightmare happened. YouTube struck his channel twice. Overnight, he had to take down dozens of his best performing videos, the exact videos that were driving his organic leads. His organic lead flow went to zero. Or take another one of my clients, Warner Arts, who had completely given up on his email list of 3,600 people that he hadn't touched in over a year. He was spending all of his time creating more organic content, which is great, which is the right way to go about it. But the email list had so much money, so much potential left in it. Both of these entrepreneurs learned the hard way that even successful organic systems can be fragile if they're not built strategically. The actual breakthrough happens when you understand that organic content isn't just to build up a brand or brand awareness. It's for building a predictable, resilient lead generation system that works whether you spend money on ads or not. Let me show you exactly why most organic content isn't generating leads and what you should be doing instead. Most entrepreneurs create content that teaches people how to do what they do. But think about that for a second. If you teach someone how to do what you do, why would they hide you? The content that actually generates leads is content that shows people why they need you, not how to do it themselves. Here's my personal example. I've got 360 YouTube subscribers and 14 videos on this channel. Most people would look at these numbers and think my organic strategy sucks. But this tiny channel has generated over 40 grand from a single client. And that's just one of 6 clients I've closed directly through YouTube. The difference is every single piece of content I create is designed to make people think I need this guy to handle this for me. Here's a simple example of how this works. Instead of making a video called How to Write High Converting Email Subject Lines, I would make a video called Why Most Email Subject Lines Kill Your Open Rates and What This Cost You. See the difference? The first video teaches them how to do it themselves. The second video shows them why they need an expert. When someone watches that second video and then sees your content again, they're not thinking, oh, I can just do it myself. They're thinking, I need this guy to handle my email so I don't screw this up. When people consume your organic content first, they're not price shopping anymore. They're not comparing you to 5 other people. They already know that you're the expert and they just want to work with you. So here's the framework we use. Layer number 1, authority content. We create YouTube scripts that position you as the category leader while attracting people who are actively looking for solutions you provide. Layer number 2, nurture sequences. We create email systems that take people from your organic content and convert them into qualified prospects who are ready to buy. And layer number 3, amplification integration. Once your organic system is generating consistent leads, we can optionally integrate paid ads to amplify results even further. But here's the key. Layers 1 and 2 work perfectly on their own. Layer 3 is just rocket fuel if you want to scale faster. Most entrepreneurs think that building organic authority takes months or years, but I had a client who implemented just the first layer, authority positioning, and within 30 days, he was getting consistent organic leads. Although not a lot, but it was organic leads and high quality organic leads for high ticket products. You only need to close a few to make a decent amount of money. And why is that? Because even that small amount of strategic content positioned him as the expert people were looking for. So let me break down exactly what this looks like in practice with real numbers. Remember Matt from earlier? Here's what we built for him. We handle his YouTube scripts that position him as the category leader, plus all the email sequences that convert those viewers into qualified prospects. Webinar launch sequences, follow-up campaigns, nurture flows, the works. The results speak for themselves. We created a webinar funnel that pulled 1,100 people to sit through 90 minutes of content. 550 stayed for the full 2 hours. That's insane retention for any piece of content. That webinar generated over $50,000 in revenue in a single day. Compare that to his paid ads that were costing him $8 to $12 per qualified call. And here's the beautiful part. Because people were now finding Matt through his organic content first, when he did run ads, they performed 3 times better. His conversion rates went up, his costs went down. But here's what Matt told me right after that really stuck with me. He said, Harris, we're scaling this 2x. Get ready. This system gave him the confidence and peace of mind to double down on everything. YouTube content, emails, and even his paid ads budget. That's the real transformation here. Going from platform dependent to audience owned. Remember Warner's worthless email list of 3,600 people that he hadn't touched in over a year? We created a 10 email sequence that told a story about why most people in his industry stay broke, positioned his method as different, and naturally led to his offer. That sequence generated $35,000 in revenue in 1 week from a dead email list. But this wasn't just about the immediate revenue. Those email subscribers became his most engaged audience, his best converting audience. When you have an engaged organic audience first, everything else becomes easier and cheaper. Now, here's the exact 90-day timeline of what this looks like. Days 1 through 30. This is the first month. We create your content strategy, plus your first 4 YouTube scripts, and launch your welcome email sequence. You're going to start to see your first organic leads within 30 days. The second month, days 31 till 60, now your content starts showing up in search results. Your email list begins converting at 15 to 20% higher rates than core traffic. Now, days 61 till 90, this is the third month. Your organic system is generating consistent leads. If you're running ads, they perform 20 to 50% better because prospects recognize you. And here's what the actual process looks like. Someone finds your YouTube content through search or recommendations. The content positions you as the expert while showing them the problems they didn't know they had. They opt into your email list to get more information. The email sequence continues to build trust while demonstrating the complexity of their situation and the expertise required to solve it. And when they're ready to buy, they reach out to you directly. No ads required. And the result is you get high quality leads who already trust you and they understand your value. But here's what most entrepreneurs miss. This only works if every piece of content is strategically designed to generate leads, not just build awareness. Most organic content actually hurts lead generation because it satisfies people's curiosity without creating urgency around taking action. We create organic content that amplifies curiosity and creates urgency around getting professional help. And here's where this gets really interesting, and it's something that most entrepreneurs don't even realize is possible. The ultimate goal of strategic organic content isn't just to generate leads, it's to build such a strong authority that qualified prospects seek you out and compete for your attention. I personally haven't run a paid ad, sent a cold email, or done any serious outreach ever. My entire business runs on inbound leads from organic content. This is my actual YouTube dashboard, 360 subscribers, and here's my revenue from just these inbound leads. Twitter posts and YouTube videos. That's it. And here's the beautiful part. When your YouTube channel gets big enough to get monetized, you're literally getting paid to create content that brings you clients. Like, think about that for a second. YouTube pays you ad revenue while your content generates leads that turns into clients. You're making money on both ends. Most entrepreneurs are paying for leads. Smart entrepreneurs are getting paid to attract better clients. This is the difference between playing offense and playing defense with your marketing. When you're buying leads, you're always spending money to get attention. But when you master organic positioning, you're getting paid to attract your ideal clients. Look, I'm going to be straight with you about whether this makes sense for your business. This isn't for coaches charging $500 for their programs or spending $1 to $2K per month trying to test the waters with marketing. This is for established coaches, consultants, and info product sellers who understand that building real authority and predictable lead flow requires serious investment. Whether that investment is in ads, organic content, or both. If you have at least a $1,000 offer and you're serious about building a sustainable client acquisition system, then this makes perfect sense. On our strategy call, I'll show you exactly what the investment looks like for your specific situation and the timeline for seeing ROI. But I can tell you this, every client we work with sees positive returns within 90 days. Most of our clients actually reduce their total marketing costs within 6 months because organic leads are so much cheaper to generate. The window for this strategy is still wide open, but it won't be forever. While you're struggling with expensive lead generation, your competitors who figure this out first will dominate the organic space in your niche. And once someone establishes authority in your space, it becomes 10 times harder for you to break through. But I want to be clear about something. This isn't a magic bullet. It takes expertise to do it right. That's exactly why most successful entrepreneurs hire specialists to handle this while they focus on closing deals and serving clients. Most entrepreneurs try to do this themselves and end up creating content that actually hurts their business. Now, if you're thinking this makes sense, but I don't have time to learn content creation and email marketing on top of running my business, I completely get it. That's exactly why my team and I handle all of this for established entrepreneurs. While you're out focusing on closing deals and serving clients, we create the YouTube scripts that position you as the category leader and the email sequences that convert your organic traffic into qualified prospects, and even the integration strategy that builds your authority. This isn't copywriting, this isn't content creation. This is systematic organic lead generation that builds real business assets. We handle everything from strategy to implementation while you focus on what actually makes you money. running your business. Here's what happens next. You're going to book a 15-minute strategy call with me where we will analyze your current client acquisition approach and identify exactly how much you could save and improve with strategic organic systems. I'll show you precisely how we would implement this for your specific business, and we'll determine if you qualify for our organic lead generation program. And no, this isn't going to be a sales pitch. It is going to be a strategy session where you will walk away with valuable insights regardless of whether we work together or not. But here's the thing, I personally review every single client strategy, which means I can only take on 12 new entrepreneurs every quarter. And I'm not saying this to pressure you. I'm saying this because if this resonates with you, waiting until the next quarter could mean your competitors establish organic authority in your space first. And every month you wait to build real authority is another month your competitors could be attracting your ideal clients. The strategy call is completely free, but the spots are limited. The entrepreneurs who master the system don't only save money, they build something bigger. They build audiences that can't be taken away by platform changes. They build authority that can't be disrupted by ad auction increases. They build freedom. The question isn't whether this works. I've shown you it works. The question is whether you're ready to stop depending on rented attention and start building something you actually own. If you're ready for that conversation, the link is below in the description. I'll analyze your specific situation. I'll show you exactly how we'll build your organic lead generation system, and we'll figure out if this makes sense for you. The link is in the description. See you there.